Well, shit. Hey yo, hey yo, it's Vondo. And after talking up a storm about Destruction All-Stars previous video, I find out, being late to the news of course, that they are selling this game for $70. Now we can talk about later on how that $70 price increase for, I would assume all games for next generation in general is bad, but let's just talk about why it's really bad for a game like Destruction All-Stars. This is a completely new IP that isn't established at all, and its developer, Lucid Games, they have a shoddy track record when it comes to games. Like, the biggest games are like, what, Switchblade and Geometry Wars 3. Those are games that came out in 2018, and Geometry Wars came out in 2014. And yeah, they just don't have a good track record with their games because I haven't heard of them. And like, Switchblade is a free-to-play game, but I haven't played it, so... I mean, the bright side to that is they have a lot of similar parallels to Psionics when it comes to having a shoddy track record, and you know, they're building on the foundation of a genre, you know, they were already working on. For Lucid Games, that would be vehicular combat, and for Psionics, that would be, you know, car soccer, because their first game, you know, Sart Battle Cars, that's what it was. It was still like Rocket League, but just less polished, less refinement. But the thing is, the difference between Psionics and Rocket League, no, not Psionics, Rocket League, Psionics and Lucid. Psionics, that game was free to play when it first came out, and it followed this very successful model that games like Fall Guys and Rocket League follow. It's free, it's fun, and it has a lot of dev support. I was thinking that Destruction All-Stars would follow the same path, at least, but it's not. It's not. And the thing is, there's nothing about this game which makes this even worse. Like, we got some gameplay clips right now. This is what you saw from the PlayStation 5 price and reveal date. You got these two clips right here. One's like cinematic, and one's just a guy wall running. But it's literally like 3 seconds of gameplay. And this is like actual gameplay, like in the game. It's not, you know, with the trailer and all the cinematography and all that jazz. And yeah, there's nothing about this game, and they want to charge $70 for it. It's like, they're just really putting this game in a bad spot, because the only way this game's going to get any sales, well, it's going to get some sales because it's probably going to be one of the few multiplayer games out when the PS5 first drops, because games like Call of Duty, they don't drop until like, what, the weekend? Because the PlayStation 5 comes out on a Tuesday, November 10th. And Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War comes out on the 13th, so those games don't drop towards the weekend. So yeah, while people are rushing to buy a PS5, they'll probably see Destruction All-Stars and like games like Miles Morales. They'll probably end up picking it up, but like, will it be a quality game that they play, you know, past December? Probably not, because like, there's literally nothing about this game, man. They want to charge $70 for it. Like, is it a hero shooter vehicle combat game? Not a hero shooter, a hero vehicle combat game? I don't know, because we know that characters have different abilities and vehicles, but we haven't seen them in action. Yeah, like, this game looks good. It looks good, it looks fun, but it's just hard to justify charging $70 for this. And you know this game's not being marketed well, because a niche franchise, you know, an established one, but a niche franchise like a Little Big Planet series and their latest game, Sackboy's A Big Adventure, it has 3 times the amount of engagement than Destruction All-Stars when we're just looking at YouTube views. Destruction All-Stars is sitting around, what, 630,000 views, while Sackboy's A Big Adventure is almost at 2 million. It's at 1.9. So that's a more niche franchise. It's a smaller IP, but it's established as a great fan base. And you know, it has 3 times the amount of engagement. And that's just simply due to it being established, people knowing about it, knowing what to expect, compared to a completely new IP that we know nothing about, and with developers that have a shoddy track record, to say the least. Yeah, man, I don't get it. This game's in trouble of being, you know, dead by December. Like, will people be playing this game by Christmas? I don't know. I don't know. We can talk about why the $70 price increase isn't good either, because these companies are gonna go with, well, you know, the cost of, you know, making these games, the cost of production has gone up, but they just conveniently leave out like their profits have gone up astronomically as well. So yeah, why GTA 5 costs like, I don't know, a shit ton of money to make, it also made a shit ton of money back as well. It's not like GTA 5 was like struggling to break even. No, they made a shit ton of profits off that game. That's just off single player. That's before, you know, we're even accounting things like shark cards. But they want to charge $70 for these games. The only games they can even justify getting, well, I can't even say only games they can justify getting away with, because Destruction All-Stars is going to sell itself for $70 fucking dollars. And I'm the biggest Little Big Planet fan, but fucking nah. You could justify selling a Little Big Planet game for $60, because most of them are worth it. But yeah, that's another thing is, and here's the thing when it comes to the Little Big Planet franchise, their last two games, they just weren't received all that well. And that franchise still has a lot more engagement than Destruction All-Stars. Because their last two games that came out on the consoles were Little Big Planet 3 and Little Big Planet Karting. You know, that had like, what? Those games had like, what, 3-year gaps in between them? But more like a two-year gap. But yeah, those games weren't received all that well. But they still have a lot more engagement and traction compared to Destruction All-Stars. And yeah, the only games you can even reasonably justify selling for $70 would be what? Well, fuck it, I'll throw in Call of Duty. I'll throw that in. I'll throw in what? Red Dead Redemption, GTA, games like that. And I'll throw in, you know, your premium AAA exclusives. So that would be what? Games like Horizon, Forbidden West, God of War, Uncharted. And for the Xbox, games like Gears of War, Halo, Forza. Those are the games you get away with charging $70 for. When it comes to your standard sports games, no. They shouldn't be charging those things for $70 or at all, or retail price, period. But yeah, we'll just have to see what this game does, man. Like, they gotta give us more information about Destruction All-Stars. Something. Let's try to build some hype up about this game, Sony. Like, something. Because pretty sure, like, out of all the games they showed during the, you know, that whole PlayStation 5 reveal a couple of months ago, that was one of the games that had the lowest amount of attraction on. I'm pretty sure it was. It was one of the games that had some of the lowest amount of traction. But yeah, let's see what they do, man. But yeah, I'm concerned. This game's in trouble. But with that out the way, ladies and gentlemen, y'all stay safe, and I'm out.